What's up, guys? This is HH Trader back with another live trading video. And you know what? Today we have seen some very strong moves in the morning, and I'm just looking for my strategy to work out today. It's been working out the past week, the past couple of the past 2 days, so it's been going well testing this strategy out, and I have been green for about, if I make it through this week, it'll be 2 weeks green. So you know, it's definitely keeping me excited about it. But today, looking at these stocks, BPTH is up 200%. If we go and pull its news, it's got a little bit of news for a U.S. drug patent, or a patent for drug manufacturing. And you know, that's some okay news, but I have seen this news fail many times. So I'll be very careful at the open, especially with this extended move off of VWAP 15 minutes before the open. The next, whoa, what did I just do? The next stock we're looking at is OLB, another little mover. It has come up here and kind of hit like a wall up here at the $15, and is going down towards that 200 moving average on the 1 minute. I'm going to start putting in some resistance lines in a minute. I just want to look through these real quick. And did OLB have any news? Cryptocurrency payment options. Okay, so people can now pay with cryptocurrency on its Omnisoft platform and Secure Pay Gateway. All right, what about CGIX, another big mover? No news today. It had a little news yesterday of a Form 8K, but nothing. I see an investigation alert on that, so that may be something to watch out for. If it's going to go under investigation, it could kind of drop. BHTG has no news and is fading off from the top. I have learned in these low floats, you know, those no news low floats can give you some amazing gains if you're willing to risk it. The problem is, how long will it hold up? And when it doesn't hold up, how far down or up will it go if you're a short trader? If you're shorting, you know, it'll be bad if it goes up, you know, $10 in like a minute. Or not $10, but like $3 to $5 in a minute. That's still kind of big. Probably like $2 to $3 in a minute for these trash stocks. But anyway, what are you guys watching for the morning? I'm looking, and this is my little watch list of 6 stocks, kind of zeroed in on. This one's definitely fading. Let me go and actually look up their actual floats. BPTH, checking out over here at FinViz. And actually I can bring you guys with me so you can see what I'm seeing. So let me pull you over. Where is it? Okay, there it is. All right, let's go. All right, so over here at FinViz, we're looking for specific statistics here. And I know a lot of times I just come out here and kind of look over it, but the thing we are most interested in for movement is the shares float and the market cap. So how big is the market cap? How much movement can we get in a specific market cap? The lower the market cap, the more movement. Also, the lower the float, the more movement. Because think about it, if your float is the demand, or is the amount of shares that can be demanded within like a day, it's like, how do you move that? How do you move that, or how do you check how far that range is for that specific ticker? And when we look at the float, we also need to take into consideration the shares outstanding. So the outstanding shares that are available to be publicly traded. So right now the outstanding shares is very low and the float is very low. So we can see a lot of action out of this stock, but there's a lot of volatility and danger in this stock as well. But that's what I usually come out here and look for, is the shares float and the shares outstanding. Sometimes when I'm trading larger caps, like if I'm doing a swing trade, some of these other technicals come into play. Like now, relative volume is actually can be used with these little penny stocks as well. But with the bigger buys that I do, like swing trading, that's where I really take into consideration everything that you see here. But in the mornings, a lot of times you don't have time to look at a bunch of stuff for these penny stocks. So quick look, shares outstanding, shares float. If I go over to Yahoo Finance, because a lot of times they disagree with what information that they have. Sometimes they agree, sometimes they don't. Go to Yahoo Finance. And go to statistics. And from the statistics, you can also see the float is agreeing with the other float that we saw, and the shares outstanding. The last place we want to go is BAM SEC to see if it has any shelf registrations or any kind of negative investigations about it. TH. Alright, so off the top, I do not see any shelf registrations. I only see public offerings, primary offerings. So there's no notice of effectiveness, nothing over there. News, receives a patent, vote results, first patent dose. All this is pretty good news for it. So I don't see any kind of investigations or shelf registrations. All right, so let's go ahead and hop back, and I'll put that in my notes of that float. And I'll do the rest of them on my own. I just wanted to show you that real quick, and I'll just talk through the rest of them. So 4.5 mil in the float has a lot of potential, but on open I would be very wary of this one. All right, next one is OLB. OLB float of 2 million. Jesus. All right, so yeah, that's a really low float. 2 million. I don't even think with Charles Schwab, it won't even let you use stops with a float that low. Yeah, it's 2 million at Yahoo Finance and at FinViz. So, and it doesn't have any shelf registrations, doesn't have any kind of investigation. So could be another one that tries to make moves. But that 2 million is scary. 2 million in the float. Next one is CGIX. Okay, CGIX does have a little shelf registration, and let me bring you back over so you see what it looks like when they have the shelf registration. Okay, so right here where you see the shelf registration, you can check when it had the shelf registration. And look, that is really close to us. That was this month on the 1st. So you have to be very wary, because these can be enacted at any time, and you can have a split come, or a big move down or up into a halt, and you can definitely get caught in that. So it's good to know that before time. But this is, what ticker is this? CGIX. All right, let's take you back over to Street Smart. Very important to do a little bit of reading up on these before you jump in them. Float CGIX has a 3.7 million float. So CG. These are some very low float stocks. And it has a shelf this month. So I guarantee you people are going to be avoiding it because of that shelf on the open. Guarantee it. It's probably going to get really choppy. The next one is BHTG. I will not research this one because it has no news, and I don't even want to tempt myself on trading it because we have better stocks up here to look at. Next one is GNFT. Really ugly chart there. As you can see, this is not as low of a float, but this is a huge drop from the $14 down to the $6. So that's an $8 move right there. Think about if you were trading this pre-market today, and you know you made some gains, and you bought again at this point right here at the 13. Because you thought it was going to break over this previous 1 minute candle. You buy at the 13 and you end up at the $6. That is an insane move. So, you know, I'm not expecting that one to do much today. Yeah, it didn't even do a dead cat bounce. Like, it just dropped and just is fading slowly. CNET is the last one on the list. It has a little bit of news today. CNET, ZW, Data Action Technologies to collaborate with BitSpace for a joint blockchain mining platform. Okay, so that's some more crypto talk. All right, so let's go and check out that CNET. CNET, the float is 20 million. Over at Yahoo Finance is 15 million. So 15 to 20 million would be the range that I'll be looking at. CNET over at BAM SEC has shelf registrations and shelf registrations amendments throughout 2020. So got to be careful of that as well. I put that in my notes. $15 mil to $20 mil with a shelf registration. All right, and you can see my notes pop up here whenever I put my notes in. They pop up on all of my charts just to remind me, hey, you did a little research on this one. All right, so BPTH did kind of drop off there. Took a little $1 drop right there. So we got to be careful. Got to be very careful. We have 3 minutes to the bell. What I'm going to do today is let this 195 fall back over into my other account. So I'm only going to trade $1,000 today. And, you know, just to balance out, because my other account really suffers from this account because this one takes all the big winnings. And then my other account is like at $800 when it should be at $1,000. I'm trying to trade half and half each day, 1,000, 1,000. So we'll get it. Another thing with these low floats, I don't know if you watched the market yesterday, you probably did, but AUVI was insane. And if you were a little bit patient and you let that first couple of minutes play out, you would have definitely profited a lot off of that. So look at this pop back up there. I haven't even placed my resistance levels. Let's go ahead and put those resistance levels in. I usually put all of my resistance levels on the 1 minute because that's what I trade off of, but I will get them from over here on the 5 minute as well. So this high is the 1703. Looks like on this one, 1703. It's probably going to get over these two candles and get kind of wild, but it's okay. We got about 30 seconds to the bell. We're gonna watch this one. This one can get wild, and I don't know about this one. I'm gonna see some big swings this morning. Big swings. Plus, it's a higher price stock, so definitely a bigger range as well with the price. Market is open. May see a big drop. Let's see what we get here. Don't see much motion. Okay, there it is. It just popped up and started updating. Let me go and check my Charles Schwab and make sure there's no issues here, because it shouldn't have took that long to update. Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured that it shouldn't. I knew it shouldn't have took that long. There's a little bit of problems over there, Charles Schwab. We'll let them get through those problems first before I stick some money in these volatile stocks. It's pushing on up there to the $17. Okay, it's got to give a pullback anyway. So let's see, CGIX. Also a higher priced stock. Wow, BHTG did exactly what I thought it was gonna do. Diving. OLB. Also taking a little dip. All of those are higher priced stocks as well. So let's just stick around my price range and see what we can get. Whoa. Huge. Doesn't have the volume right now. It's got to give a pullback. So we're looking for a couple of pullbacks. BPTH did push up to the $19. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, my system is updating a little bit slowly. So, but it's okay, because I know this can't be. Let me look at the price, unless it's halted. 19. No, it's not halted. Okay, so it is updating. It is updating here. This is going to be a huge pullback for this one. I would not want to get caught in that. 1930s. Okay, is it now halted? It keeps freezing. Yeah, I don't know if it's my system or is it just okay. Okay, see, that's the pullback that we wanted to see. That's a $1 pullback off the top, $2 pullback almost. That is insane. I believe, yeah, I kind of figured it was going to continue breaking down there. This is this 1 minute low right there. So the 1 minute high was at the 1812. 1 minute low. Did it freeze again? Stop moving. All right, let's put this support in here. Support. Oh, it's halted. So yeah, it's definitely probably going to blast through that low. All right, so let's look at the next one, CGIX. If we look at the pre-market, it was pretty flat pre-market. Resistance is all the way up there at the 17. Have more resistance right here at the 15.59. We have more resistance possibly at the 15 if it doesn't push through right now. Big push. All right, looking okay. Now in these first couple of minutes, my strategy is irrelevant. These stocks do not respect my strategy in this first couple of minutes, so I'm kind of letting it play out and waiting for some respect on my name. All right, OLB kind of flatlined the top, got up there to the top again and failed out. So 15.27 is some resistance. 14.90, a lot of resistance up there. It may push, but we're gonna be patient with this. Looking kind of weak there though. Anything else getting some good volume? Huge is finally getting a pullback there. Did Huge have any news? I don't even think I did any research on it. Let me go and quickly do that. Huge float of 16 mil. Yep. BAM SEC, any shelf registrations? Huge. No shelf registration, so 16 mil is where we're looking for Huge. Add that to my notes. 16 mil. It is well within my price range though, so got that note in there. The volume is kind of slowing down on it. The 9 here, it did give a pullback above the 9, so that $4 mark may be where I want to be. But I also want to save some equity for these as well. BPTH, CG still going up. It's expensive though. I wouldn't stick a lot of money in that one because of my account size. Bigger account, I'm definitely going to be taking those trades, but right now this is my strategy. So it came down above VWAP, bounce. So this is a from the 15 up to the 16.52 is the bounce there, but it's just too expensive for my taste. You can do it if you want. Again, we don't trade, we don't follow, we take trades based on our own strategies, and we take trades that are the most risk to reward, or the least risk for the most reward. So maybe a 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 4-to-1, whatever you're looking for, get that reward and get out, because these stocks do not play. BSQR, I made money on multiple days on this one. I do think it is quite extended. If you look on the daily chart, it's been up 1, 2, 3, 4 times. I'm not going to play with it today because I really think it's going to break this daily low of the $9 and start hitting back down. So I'm gonna let everybody else take that L. All right. If it goes, and plus it's expensive, so it's whatever. They can do what they want to do. Huge, big dip down. It is under the 9. It may actually start respecting the 9 here. We'll see if it can, because I would love to actually get it. The high of this is the $4, so a $4 break is where we'll be looking on this stock. $4 break is where I'm looking. High is the 409. I think this is the stock that I'm gonna be watching. It's in my price range. It's looking good. BHTG. Oh, that was a no news stock. So yeah, huge is was looking good. Now it's kind of fighting its way on down. It's got to get back over that 9. So this is what I'm waiting for, is some respect on the 9 now. This one came out of the halt. I think it's right back in a halt. Looks like. Yeah. Looks like it's right back in a halt. Barely moving there. That's some scary movement right there. Was down $3 and now it's back up. Again, be careful. If you're trading those kind of stocks, be very, very careful. Look at that movement. Insane. It's probably going to go higher just looking at it. Alright, so let's see. 19. Yeah. Going on down. It broke the 9. It's not respecting that 9 at all. CGIX is also continuing to push up. So I think what I'm gonna do is just watch huge, because it's definitely in my price range, and it's oh my gosh, huge is down huge. All right, well, just have to wait. This one may go to the moon for real. It's kind of looking real iffy. Has a lot of room. I'm pretty sure it's gonna go up because it just has too many buyers down here. But I may be wrong. It may just be faking. It may take a big drop. We don't know. Yeah, but it is up 275%. There it is. Finally broke that 20. Or did it tap the 20? It tapped the 20 right there and kind of faded. It's gonna break. It's got too many buyers behind it. It broke the 20. 20.01. 20.01. Ooh, big sellers right there. All right. Well, some of these came to party, some of these came to play. So we got to see which ones we want to attack. OLB still down. Still down. CGI is becoming a choppy stock. We see this chop action. But I mean, it's some pretty good gains in there, but I think this is it because it did it once, twice, and the third time usually we see a fallout. Especially if it breaks this igniting candle, the low of this 1584 is done. It's gonna go down. 1584 down there is the point. It's trying not to break. People are buying right there, trying to hold it up, but I think it's done. This is the third time. 1, 2, 3, yeah. All right, something about that third time, man. Something about that third time that gets them. BPTH, let's go back up and look at that one. Is it halted going up again? Yep. Halted going up again. I just do not like this stock. I don't like the way it's moving. It's super low float stock. Looks so interesting, but it can blow up your account. BHT still not making any moves back up. And it's under the VWAP, under the 9, and under 200 moving average. All bad signs. Yeah, so okay, what is this one? IGC making moves up. Did a little pullback there. IGC is at the top of its range. Had a big pullback here. 275. What's the range on this one? Boom, 275. Moved from the 57 up to the 75. It's a pretty nice move right there. It did double top up here at the 75 though. At 275. So let's do a 275 break. 275 break. I'll hate to get faked out here though, but it is looking quite good if it can hold up. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. All right, so we're gonna have to wait. It broke the bottom of this green. Gotta wait now, but it does have a little range. So here I'll put has a range. 275 is the top. We'll see if it can play above VWAP, and we can take a little bit going back towards the top. The igniting candle, the support here, is a 258, so we can trade within this range here. It looks like it disappeared off of my scanner. My scanner does not like it. All right, so over the top, let's see, 270s, back into the 270s. We could take a stab, but I think I want that 275 break is where I'm looking. 276 be a nice place to be in, because it is still in the, oh wow. If it does go on this one, it's too extended. If it does go, it's got to give another little, at least a little bit of red downward above this level. Yeah, got really extended there. It's repeating the pattern here. Did a pullback. Now it's just doing a smaller version of this pattern. But it did stop above this level and above the 9. So that 276 is looking quite good. So I'll jump in there for the 276 break. The low of this candle is a 264. Looking for it to get up, get going. Man, that thing is, the low of this one is a 264. Okay, so we'll be out down here, 264. Got a long way to go down. Looking for it to continue. It is it is above the 9, so we'll be taking off in a little bit. We'll see what kind of movement it can give upward, and we'll start to take off. All right, so the new low here, it's looking like, what is this low? 273. We'll be ready to pop off a little bit. Just letting it play a little bit. I'm really looking for a red candle, but we'll see. We'll see if it comes down and just fails out, or if it can continue to push. I'll start to stab off. See if it can push up there into the 90s. We'll do a break even. 270, 277 is where we're in. So 277, 279 will be still a green trade. If it stops us out, that's all good. So we're right here at the 279, looking for it to push, get a little push. I'll take some off. Green trade either way it goes. Getting a little push there. Looking like it wants to get on through that 86 into the 90s. Looking like. All right, I'll take some there. Go ahead and start popping some off. All right, and we'll leave the rest. 60 shares at the 79. 60 shares. So sell that at the 79. If it doesn't want to continue. If it can continue, we'll take a little bit more off. But it's, you know, it's getting a little push. Very small push. I'm gonna actually move this up here. The low of this one is the 79, so it may stop me out here. It may stop me out, it may not. We'll see. If it can continue to push, that would be amazing. I got 60 shares left. All right, looking like it's going to, well, we're looking down here at the volume here. Still green. The red has not overtaken the green yet, but it may. So we got to be kind of careful here. And then we'll be looking for another entry through that 79 break. It's working its way down. I'm looking for it to get bought up here. Yeah. All right, green trade, whatever. We'll take the green trade. We'll let it come down here and now kind of test this 9. It didn't have just amazing volume, so I didn't expect much out of it, but green trade nevertheless. I was looking for a little bit more of a push on that 100 shares though. All right, what else we got? Huge is now respecting that 9 a little bit. It is above the 9. Top side of this high of the 380s, let's go ahead and mark that as our main resistance, unless it wants to fail under the 9. So the main resistance is right there at the 380. We'll put our support down here as the bottom of the igniting candle, so the 350. So it's a 30-cent range here. See if it can hold up that that 380s is where we want to be in. 381 break of that 381 will be in with 50 shares. Looking for it to give us that pop. And the low here will be the 364 here. 364. Okay, it's going down. It needs to stay above this bottom. 363 will cancel the order if it goes below that. 363. Looking for it to hold up here. 363 is our out. 363. All right, it has tried to go down multiple times, and we're getting a nice bottom here around the 65 area. We are above the 9 on the 5-minute and on the 1-minute. We don't want to see it break that 363 area. We're waiting. Some buyers at the 369. Will it break down this 363 level? Getting some green right there. So this one will be our bottom, the 67. 67 there. Be our bottom. It's still above the 9. Okay. Will it go below? All right. This is looking like the bottom right here. So on the 5-minute, the bottom is 366. So we'll stick with that 366. 365 area. Just waiting. Is it going to break down this 9? That's the only thing I want to see. 365 is now the 9. It needs to stay above that 365 area. Looking real weak here. Okay, so we do have a bottom. 368 is the new bottom. VWAP is at the 74. Still above the 9, riding the 9 here. 381 entry. Getting sold into. If it breaks the 9, then we can go and look at something else. But come on now. It's kind of slowing down here. 365. Yeah, it's getting quite tight here. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel that order so we can go and look at something else because it's just getting too tight. Yeah. All right, OLB going down. Going down. CGIX. What was that one that I traded earlier? I think it fell off of my IGC. Yeah, it fell off of my radar. Must have really been bad. Yep, like I said, this one was getting choppy. BPH is still just, I don't know what this wants to do. It continues to haul down, haul up. And was this the one with no news? No, it had news. But it's not a safe stock to trade. Wait a minute. This one right here is coming up to over the 9. We could take a quick swipe at it. Got a resistance level right there. Let's see a pullback above the 9. See it start respecting the 9 and maybe get through this little area right here of the 375 and maybe attack all the way up here to the SMA. We'll see. Want to see a pullback above that 9 first though. Everything else is, what is this one? POAI. POAI. Any news on this one? Form effect. I don't like those. Alright, CGIX. Looking for, okay, which one was the one that I was looking for to stay above the, was it this one? Yeah, 375. So we just need a pullback above the 9 here. And we'll be looking for a break of this level of the 365 or it's 375. Got up there and tapped VWAP, which is at the 367. Need to pull back above the 9 though. And we'll take a little swipe at it. $360 is the 9. Will it break that 360? If so, we can go and look at something else. IGC is back on the chart. Made money on it once. Came down here, failed the 9 here. I don't like this setup. I would like to see it come back and respect that 9. Let's see if it can respect that 9. The bottom of this is the 277 here. Let's see if it can give us a red candle above the 9. Red 1 minute candle. The high of this last one was a 282. It's trying to hold up that 282. I don't know if it will be able to. The top of this one is the 285. It's got to end red though. Yeah, that's not enough red for me. That's indecision. I don't like that. Even if it goes, it doesn't matter to me. I don't like this indecision. Need to see a red 1 minute candle above the 9 there. And that's actually a double top. Looks like 84, 84. Yep, that's a double top right there. So Oh my goodness, BPTH is up 300% and it's flatlining. Looks like it kind of is doing a little umbrella motion where it's finding a little top, but it's not respecting any of those tops. It doesn't care. CGIX still going down. OLB, BHT did fail the 9 down there. Alright, so IGC, I'm just gonna watch it, but it needs to give me that red candle above the 9. And I'll take a quick little gab at it. 245 up to 274. Yep, it did not follow my plan, so it's whatever. It has not given that 1 minute pullback above that 9. 287 was the top. What's the top of this one? 288. So it got 1 cent above the high. It's got to give that 1 minute pullback. Red 1 minute pullback. Alright, let's go and look at other things while it's playing around. Need to find something that's in my price range. Okay, this one is definitely in my price range. Did it have news on the day? Yes, I did do some research on it. It looks like it triple topped here. I want to see it break that triple top because I don't really like messing with triple tops. Even if it goes right here, a triple top move is just too much resistance. I hope it doesn't pull back again. It needs to break that triple top. Break it. Break it. Triple top. It's triple topping right on that SMA. Alright, it did crack the triple top, but I'm still not convinced that it wants to go higher. CGIX. Yeah. Okay, still fading off. Okay, this one did finally take the dip, but it took a big dip. Alright, so we got the pullback below the 9. And then a pullback above the 9. So I don't know. This one's kind of moving iffy now. What's wrong with this one? News, no news on the day. Files a shelf registration. Yeah, that's not good news. Okay, so it did barely break that little triple top and then got crushed. Okay, IGC. Huge is coming back up. It needs to hold that 9 though. Can't really play with it. Everything else is above my price range. If you want to go and check out any of these that are above my price range that you want to trade, you can definitely do that. I just need a couple. I just want like a few more green trades. I got plenty of money to trade. It's just nothing is meeting my criteria. And it is now 9:02. Okay, this one did come down here and try to respect the 9 right there. I just don't trust it. It's not moving very volatile like huge. I may just be watching huge for some plays under the VWAP. It is above the 200 moving average. Top side of this, the high is a 366 for that last red bar. Struggling with that 9 right now. This one's probably going to go ahead and fade off now. CGI went ahead and went down. CGIX, OLB down. Okay, BH. This one I was gonna buy up here at the 375. It just never got back above that 9. But I would like to buy it if it can get going up. 375. But it is red on the daily chart. This one continues to just plow ahead, but it has that shelf registration, so I'm not gonna risk my money on that one. CNET broke the triple top and is now going. Need to see a full pullback above the 9 here. Okay, need to make sure it can hold. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh, I was looking for it to hold up right there. I was gonna buy it right at the top. Okay, well, now back down there under this green bar, under the 9. So I'm just not entertained. Not entertained at all. $13.45. That one's steady going down under the 9. Gotta start holding that 9. It has this 375. Looks like it's getting to a bottom here. Let's see if it breaks this bottom of the 340s. Yeah, it's definitely way off the 9 now. It's probably gonna go ahead and break it. Will it break the 340s? Yep. All right. Well, I saved myself a lot of time and money not getting into these that aren't doing my setup. Okay, this one again, pull back off of the 9, but still, I don't like it. I don't like it to be punching the 9. I want it to be fully over the 9. POAI, giving a big pullback right there to the 9. It is above the 9. Let me go see the float on that one real quick. Float looks to be 28 million. Barely holding up the $2 level though. Huge is looking like it wants to hold this 9. If it can get above that 9, I'll definitely get in on huge. IGC still grinding up. All right, let me just look at IGC. Okay, it broke the 9 again. Broke the 9, broke the 9, broke the 9. All right, so we're going to check out huge down here and see if it can give any moves above the 9. It's got plenty of volume. It's got this top up here to 380. It did stay within this range that I marked off for, this 30-cent range. Want to see it get going back up above the 9. The last 5-minute high was a 366. VWAP is at the 370. And it looks like it's getting tighter and tighter and heading down to this bottom here. We'll see what it does there, towards that bottom, but right now it just looks weak. CNET continuing to go up. It did actually do my little move right here, but that shelf registration is keeping me out of it. CNET, a bunch of upward wicks, looking like it's gonna fill out. ZYNE. Let's look at this oh, no, I'm good. ZYNE. Now this one did the move right here, down to down here above the above the 9, broke and up. That one did the move. Yep. Man, I just want huge to start making its way back up. That would be great. But the low on huge, the low that it needs to uphold is the 352 on the 5-minute and the 350 on the 1-minute. Let's see if it can get back above, give us some moves upward. Come on now, get above it. BPTH is fading. OLB is halted yet again, going down. IGC is still looking okay. It needs to give that pullback above this level. Needs to give that pullback above the 9. It's failed the 9 multiple times here. Is that a double top? The high is a 93. 93, that is a double top. We want to see a little pullback here to the 9 here. 9 is at the 287. Would love to see it smack through that double top of the 293. So 295 would be our entry. 296 if it can give us the red over the 9. Want to see it get stopped on that 287. $287. Come on, give it to us. Give us that red here. Or just go. Just go, buddy. Live, do you. Since you don't want to respect the 9. That was an immediate pullback off that 293. We're looking for the 9 to be respected here. But it did crack that high. Come on, give us that red. So it's tried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times to go higher with no red. Yeah, I really don't like. No, I'm good. That's not the kind of action we want to see on a breakout. TH. All right, let's go look at huge again. What was huge doing down here? It is kind of working its way back up, but very slowly. No big moves under VWAP. RDA finally pulled back. We could play this range right here. 586 is the top. So the resistance is right here. We could do a play here. The high is the 39, so back into the 40s. 540. 1. Take a smaller share size because this isn't one of the ones that I like putting a lot of money in. But this is the 541 break back in. So I'll get in there. And the low here is the 521. 521. Looking for a break back up. This isn't one that I use often, so take quick profits, just real quick. Just playing this range right here. Don't like that weakness though. I'll go ahead and cancel that order. If you want to save me money then. Alright, yeah, I don't like it. I was just gonna play this range here, but it just isn't showing the strength that I was looking for. Yeah. Alright, but now it's setting up for something else, which is a VWAP bounce. So the high here is the 33, 533s, 34 for the VWAP bounce. Let's see how this candle closes up. Will this become the high of this is a 24, so a 26 break. Let's see how this one closes up. This is a VWAP bounce strategy. Let's see if it stays above the VWAP though. 26 would be the spot to be. Looking like 4 seconds left on the clock. We'll take quick profits here. All right, so the new low here is the 512 for the VWAP bounce, 512. Let's let it give it to us. Unless it's just gonna go and break that VWAP here. It is holding up. Looking for that 26. If it breaks VWAP, I'm out. 503. If it breaks the 505, I'm out. 508, 509, 510. So it is holding up there. This previous high is the 24. I was going to get in at the 26. 505. Looking for that 505 and I'll exit. Okay, this is another one. So I want to see it get over this 9. The 9 is at the 522. That will make this low of 505. Yeah, there's the bounce. The low is the 505. There we are. Get a little bounce through there. Lows 505. Put our stop at the 505. Get a little bounce through here. VWAP bounce. Alright, so it did give us a top, a new entry. So the 521 is the entry. 521. So we'll buy that 521 break. Low of this is the 505. 505. Looking for it to break that 521. Give us a little bit of a bounce. And pop goes the weasel. Looking like it wants to do it. At 521 is where we want to see it bounce through. And we'll take relatively quick profits. The low of this candle is the 512. So 510 there. New out. Looking for a bounce. Getting some buyers in there. 510 will be our out. Like I said, this isn't one that I use regularly, but I'll use it. Especially in this kind of, where it's kind of consolidating down there. Alright, so now the new low. If it doesn't break this low down here, the new low is the 13. Alright, looking like it's breaking on down. Yep. We'll cancel that order. Looking too weak now. It's not set up anymore. Alright. It may go, but not my setup for a VWAP bounce. VWAP bounce should actually bounce. It should just go. Okay, CLVR popped up on the radar, but it's expensive, super expensive. Alright, I'm looking for something to pay me today. Top side of this is a 521, so 521 is the entry here. 521, 50 shares. I popped that in there. Since it looks like it has a little bottom down here now, 2 greens. The low is the 505. It's holding up quite well. 505. Looking for it to come on through with a little bit of a move upward. This will be another try at a VWAP bounce. Okay, low is the 505, so we're ready. 50 shares in. New low is a 509. We'll be taking relatively quickly anyway through that high. Okay, if it breaks the bottom, I'll cancel the low. Yep, broke the bottom there. Yeah, as you can see, entry is everything. Entry can actually save you money. So definitely save me some money there. OL, this one just not going up much. It's barely going up every time. So from the 95 up to the $3, that's a 5-cent move. That's nothing. So I'm not seeing anything else popping up on the scanners that is giving my move, my type of move. Everything's extended or either overpriced. And it's 920. So I'm gonna hang around. Since I have so much equity still left, I'm gonna hang around. Did you guys trade any of these moves today, or you know, did you miss them all? How did you do? Or what strategy are you using? Are you using the VWAP bounce? The are you trying to use my strategy? Are you doing the intuition trading? Pretty much just getting in and out where you think that it's going to be going up or down. Yeah, this is one of those that you have to buy and hold, because this is choppy, super choppy. Plenty of space for you to get chopped out. OLB down to the gutter. Well, doesn't look like too much is happening. I am green on a day, but not by much at all. Very small green day. It's finally dropping. Finally getting that nice drop there. All right, nice. So looks like we have a range here. Resistance. This is our resistance. Put in another support level. Actually, we need to find out where the support is here. If it's below VWAP, I don't want it anymore. Okay, bounced off VWAP, which is a 277. If it breaks VWAP, I don't even want to look at this anymore. through VWAP. So let's continue looking around. Right now we're shopping for big movers. It is now 9:24. I see nothing respecting my strategy, so halted going down. BPTH, IGC did a little bounce off VWAP, which I already knew was coming. It's gonna go up here, check this 9, and either fail or start to consolidate in this area. So our support level is right here, 276. Then we have our resistance level up there at the 305. So about a 20. Wow, just broke the support level on a 3-bar play for the shorts. It may have been a fake if it can stay above this 76, 75 area. I'll go ahead and put that back there. That may be a fake. We're about to see. Nope, was not a fake. Was not a fake. All right, let's go look at something else. Anything curling back up. And now at this point, it's really just about being safe, because none of these stocks are looking strong anymore. They can hold the 9 though. I will be willing to take some trades on them. 475 needs to start becoming a hold point for RKDA. Went up there to the $6, lost $2. Yeah, a lot of these higher priced movers I just cannot trade because of my equity. I'm not willing to risk it. Okay, this one pulled all the way back up above that level. Still not above the 9 though. We'll let it get above that 9. It did break that support level down. Let's see it get back above that 9. The high of this is a 283. 283 is where we're looking. Starting to get real choppy. RKDA is coming back up to the 9. We would like to see a red pullback above this 9. Previous low is the 455. So I'll draw that low in right there. And let's see, over here, last one, the high was the 493. So 493 is that point to beat. getting bought up a little bit. Has a very small tight range right now, and I actually can't buy it right now because it's already reached the mid-range point. That's usually where I like to buy if it's moving quickly. So we'll wait for a little pullback and see what it wants to do. See if it can break this high here of the 477, get moving back up. IGC is trying to get back up above that level as well. So the 9 is becoming the new support. So this is our support right here. Needs to see if we can get a little bit of movement upward. Not willing to buy yet though. Alright, now let's get one more pullback above the 9 and we'll be ready to buy on this one. RKDA. It's also doing that little pullback right there. It's not holding up that 9 though. The 9 is at the 75. IGC. Let's get that pullback above the 9 here. Well, starting to look weak. Got to break this high, which it's already failing to do. That one failed to hold the 9 as well. Alright, so IGC is the one to watch. Got to get back up though. The 9 is at the 282. Top side of this candle has a high of the 288s. It's now below the 9 on the 5 and below the 9 on the 1 minute. So got to be careful. Alright, well, don't really see anything else that's giving me the moves that I'll be looking for. Everything's kind of slowed down now. It's 9 or 10:30 Eastern time, 9:30 my time. Looking for one more trade. One more. It's like this one's below VWAP now. The high of this is the 288. So a break back into the 90s would be very good. But nothing else is in my price range or moving to the way that I like it to move. Big old dip down there. Let's see if it breaks this bottom. Bottom is the low of the 265. Did snap through that. The 200 moving average is right here. So 200 moving average is 259 right now. Oh, we're looking for it to... Actually, it's off of my scanner right now because it's so low. The volatility is dried up. POAI. Still making little moves. It did give a little pullback here of the 197. I'm gonna let it go ahead and get up and start playing around. The resistance level here is right here up here at the 215. We also have another resistance level right here at the POAI right there. Okay, is this gonna pop through this high? The high here is the 202. I want the majority of the body of this candle above the 9. That is not happening. IGC back up there. Got bought all the way back up. Looking for it to get back over that 9, which it is right now. Lot of buying pressure here. It may go ahead and go a little bit, which is totally okay. We just need to see a red 1 minute pullback above this level, and we'll be in there. So right now it has another level of resistance right here, 280s. It's got to get bought up here. It's now kind of formed a little point right here at the 265 for a support right here. We'll see if it can hold that up. It's getting more and more volume behind it. Needs to break back into the 80s. It's like people are ready to buy a little bit. It's got to get over that 9. All right, looks like it wanted to go up and challenge the 75. Can it push through that 75? Needs to make a higher low here, which it already did here. It's got a higher low at the 268. And it immediately breaks it as I'm about to put a support line in. All right, so looking like it's not going to be able to hold that up. That's 65. Everything is off my scanner. Man. A lot of failure here. All right. Gonna look around to about 10 o'clock and see if anything is bouncing, but doesn't look like anything's gonna give us those moves. CLV, whoa, a lot of stuff just popped back in. IGC, did get bought back up. Okay, so it did make a lower. It's kind of weird. It needs to get over that 9. It's not that volatile, and it's struggling to get back up. So IGC is still the watch. Support right there. Got 3 levels of support underneath it. Love to see it push through that 9. See, will this be a higher low? Sellers over here at the 71. Somebody bought at the 71, 75. May not be able to hold up these levels above this 200 moving average. Okay, so RKDA has come back up. Did the pullback. The high of this candle is the 92. So let's do a 96 buy. Did break the body of this candle, so we don't like that. But it is above the 9. So this is the setup. See how this closes up. Again, it is the setup. So the high of this is the 86 buy. $492. So let's do a 493 buy. If it can push that level, 480s. $493 buy will be in. Bottom of this one is the 475. 475, so 474. Looking for that 93 break. Looking like a new low forming here. 86. New low is the 78. All right, we'll cancel that order. Crash the 9 right there. Don't like that movement. Okay, this one is also a struggle. On that struggle. So RKDA, we're waiting for it to come back above the 9. 475 right there. Looking for this 493 break. $493 break. It's not holding up that level that we like. That 93 break is looking better and better. This one was a 30-cent move, so we'll be ready if it wants to do the 93 break. It is above. Definitely don't want it if it goes right now. Love to see it form another higher low here. Support right through here. So we do have like a 30-cent range here. Has about 1 minute left on this 5-minute candle. Or no. Has a few minutes left. My bad. Gave us a little dead cat bounce. But this is the one that I'm watching for that 590 or that 493 break. Needs to hold up this igniting candle. High of this is a 76. I will do a 76 buy on this one. 76. Is this right? 76, 77, 80s, 81. So it needs to break this level. If it breaks this down here, which is the low of the 65, it's not going to look too good. 470. So I could play within this range. This high is a 76. Let's see if it'll give us some green here. High is a 76, so 77 buy. Let's see it break through. Almost looking a little stagnant though. Another new low added. It's not looking good overall. I'm gonna let it get back above that 9 now. BGI is making some moves. Got halted. BGI. Let it do a dead cat bounce right here. It's way more volatile than the RD or whatever. So we're gonna let it set up. Does it have any news on the day? Okay, just some halts. Big pull down on the 5-minute. High of this is a 370. So this is what we're gonna do. We got this price right here of the 370. We have a base point support right here. We want to trade within this range. So the break of this high of the 35. Wow, it already broke the base point. All right, that one's going down too. I didn't even look at the volume. Volume's pretty ridiculous as well for the movement. RKDA did break down my support lines, not giving me an entry position. BPTH broke down. CGIX needs to do a pullback. Needs to do a pullback above this 9. And I will be looking for an entry on that one, CGIX, since it's the only thing here that looks like it wants to show some life. The high here was a 317, so we could do a 320 play, 320 break. $321. We'll play that one, 321. It's now giving us a top. The high is a 15. We'll be out on the low of this, so $3 will become our low if it can't just explode. This will be our new low. What is this? 309. Going down. Will it break this previous low of the 301 at $3? 320 is where I want to be in. Gave a little dead cat bounce. Needs to break that high of the 315. Looking like it's going to break down the 3s. A lot of selling right there. Still has not overcome the previous buying bar. Looking for that 320 break. Oops. 321. Bouncing off that $3 right there. Has not made a new low yet. 292 is its new low, which it just broke. Go ahead and pop that order out of there. Now back to the one that I was watching. This one. Yeah. It needs to do a pullback here. Give us a little bit of a pullback and we'll be in there. Got a nice bottom down here. Give us a pullback and we will be in there like swimwear. Let's see. Let's see you give that pullback. Give that nice pullback for us. It's too extended to enter here though. Yep. Give that red again. Get a nice red one more time. Yep. Alright, so this is a 92. So we will still be looking for that 90, like 95-ish break. Well, it just reversed. Just threw the Uno card reverse. So broke a little bit. It's got to give some pullback here. Give that red right there. Top side, the high is a 95. Love for it to give us a little bit of red here. It's got the 9 all the way down here at the 70s. Okay, given that pullback, high is a 94. So we'll be in on the top side of this. This high is the 95, 96. It's still above the 9, so it's still following the code. BGI is also doing something. Nope. All right, where was it? RDK. Okay. All right, so the top side of this is the high of the 95. We'll do a 96 buy here. It's well above the 9. Yeah, we'll get in with the 96 buy. This will be our bottom here. Bottom is the 478, 480s. 480s. We're looking for the break. Stay above that 9. 9 is at the 477 now. So the low is the 475 it just bounced off of. 475, 476 area. $78 is our out. All right, 478 is our out. Definitely pushing up there to the $5 area. We are in. The 9 is at the 80s. So we move that to the 79. For a little bit more of a push here through the 5s would be nice. Bottom low is the 85 now. 85 will be out. Okay, gave a little bit of a push and then a pull. Don't know what it wants to do. Looking like it wants to come down. 80, 85 is our out. Bottom of this is a 78, which is where we are right here. 78 stop. Looking for it to give a little bit of a push here. It is still in a 5-minute setup. Ooh, woo, woo, woo. $10 quick. See if we can get bought up here. Ooh, come on now. Get bought up here. If this can transfer to a green, it's going to get bought up. Wow, $12 quick. Looking for it to continue higher. Love to see some green here. It's above the 9. This is our new low of the 86. 86 is the new out. So 86 looks like it's kind of struggling on that VWAP. VWAP is a 94. Alright, so yeah, the 86 is looking like the spot I'm gonna have to be out here. 86 breaks it, gotta be out. Got bought up right there. This will be our new low of the 87. Kind of big buy up right there. I don't know if it'll be able to go. 91. All right, got me out. Nice little chunk out of my wallet right there. 13 bucks on that one. It's okay. Really thought it was gonna give us a little bit more of a run through right there. Gave the move, and I was in the green, just not a big enough move, not a big enough push. All right, let's look for, what is this one doing? This one's moving extra slow. Did give the pullback the high of the 79, 280s. We'll take there. If it can pop off of this quite nicely. Looks good though. The low is a 275 for IGC. Okay, so we'll be out down here to 275. This one will have to be the last trade of the day because I gotta let this other fall over to the other account. Yeah, most def. Alright, let's see what we can get out of this one. Love to see a push through the 80s, through the 90s, possibly. We have our out already ready to go at the 75. Can it push into the 90s is the question. And no, it cannot. Alright, so right now we'll just do a break-even trade on this if it can't break. 281 is looking like the spot. 282 looking like the spot here. To be out. If it fails again, we'll just be out. It's gotta go. Gotta go or get me out. Will it get bought? It just cracked a little bit. It may be able to jump through, but I don't really know. That's a triple top right there. So the new low is the 83. Looking for that nice push into the 90s. Looking like it wants to hold up there though. Yeah. $287. Green trade either way it goes, but it may actually get me out here. The low of this candle is the 85. So we'll be moving it up to the 85 if it can't push. Alright. Break even. I'm just going to have to stop today. Lost a little bit. That was a break even trade right there. Had some green trades, red trades, whatever. Overall, I only lost $8. So if you know how much I make on my regular green trades when I'm on a day where it's actually giving moves, then you know, hey, this is just one day out of many, and I will stop trading now. It is 10:06 and things are just not exploding out of the gates like I would like to see here. So that's it for today. We'll go ahead and shut it down here. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're on YouTube, and follow if you're on Twitch. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.